Yeah, baby, this is where it all starts. Let's get out there and ball.
And boy, you can just hear the excitement. What a moment indeed. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Welcome everybody to the day we've all... And tipping off the NBA season, here are the starting lineups. First for the Celtics, speedy backcourt of Rondo and Bradley. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. Then there's Green, and it's Sellinger in at the 4. And for Toronto, Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11 big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. And there's Landry Fields. And it's Johnson in at the power forward position. Here's Money. Nice shot from the wing. Washburn with his first bucket in the NBA. What a feeling he's got to have right now. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. Raptors trail by 5.
The Raptors have been in the rebuilding process for a while now, and even though they still didn't crack the postseason, they were able to do something they haven't done in several years. Win more than they lose here in Toronto.
Here's Hansbrough. No good. And it's Boston the other way. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
Thank you, Kevin. Yes, I spoke to him about the game plan coming into this matchup and addressed the quality shot blocking they'll have to overcome. He said, listen, that can be a factor, psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is just to play unselfishly. Draw the help, kick to the open man. If we execute our offense, we'll be fine. Guys?
Thanks a lot, Doris. And dealing with the sort of defense they're facing is not an easy challenge.
No, but they've got a few weapons of their own that they can counter with, so it's not exactly a one-sided battle.
Maybe so, Steve, but those weapons are still going to have to perform at a really high level for them to have a chance to be successful.
And it might seem like such a small accomplishment, but going back to what you said, Clark, about the Raptors, that they are a young team, and it takes small steps like that to climb up the standings. Steve, you know this, year to year.
Yeah, no question. I mean, unless you have a once-in-a-lifetime or at least once-in-a-generation type player in the draft, you have to do it with smaller steps, and that's what the Raptors are trying to do.
.144 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Money, defended by Vasquez. Outside, Green. 4 on the shot clock. Great D that time from Vasquez.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
1:14 left here in the opening quarter. And Hansbrough kicks to Vasquez. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Vasquez has got his first 2 points of the night.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
Here's Money. He dishes it to Humphries. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Washburn. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Avery Bradley comes in for Courtney Lee. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Vasquez gets a screen from Valanciunas. Now Vasquez. It's stolen by Bradley. There's the pass to Money. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Number 13, guarded by Bradley. Johnson for three. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Celtics out in front, up by 4. We'll be back shortly live.
Basketball season is in full swing, so come out and...
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast.
Toronto leading by 5. Poked loose. Lee with the steal. Here's Crawford, and it's blocked by Hayes. Vasquez up top. Feeds to Ross. Kicks to Hansbrough. 14 feet away. The shot no good. Great tee that time from Bass.
Tyler Hansbrough, a physical player, came out of North Carolina, is really good at drawing fouls in bunches, even in limited playing time.
Crawford's shot is good.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
And the Raptors with the ball. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
And some good games going on, especially that Atlanta contest. That's interesting.
And for Hansbrough, a low career field goal percentage for a big man, but his free throws help make up for that in a way.
Yeah, he's a guy who's just going to put his head down and try to create contact, get to the line, find some garbage points around the basket, but he's an energy guy and someone you love having coming off the bench because of the spark he can provide when he enters the game.
No good for money.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Ross dishes to Hayes. Jared Sullinger grabs the board. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Money. Now the dish to Sullinger. Crawford outside. Pass to Green. Clock at 6. Here's Money, defended by Ross. Tries from 16. Fast break Toronto. Vasquez running. A second chance effort. Ross, that's good.
More than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Here's Money. Lets it go. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He can't get anything to drop. And the way he's going, I'm not sure it's something he should try to shoot his way out of.
No, that might only serve to make things worse, Steve. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
Selmans kicks to Ross. Sinks the triple. And it's a 9-point Raptor lead.
They brought up their three-point percentage this quarter. They're shooting it well right now. The defense may need to think about making some kind of adjustment to slow that down.
There's a good screen. Can they get it? Can't hit. And Toronto will go the other way with it. This, of course, being game 1 of the season, is their first look at the Celtics.
And the season series between these two teams did not work out well for them last year, and that was costly.
They were both on the bubble fighting it out for the bottom seeds.
Those are the games you need to win. You got to win the games you're supposed to, especially coming down to the last month.
So crucial.
You knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable, but last year seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah.
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's the first game of the NBA season, but on the halftime report, we're already in mid-season form. The Raptors taking care of business. They'd like to live up to their big expectations this year with a win here. Their offense has been prolific, moving the ball, getting tons of shots, different looks, options everywhere, around the rim, downtown, mid-range. How do you want it? And the Celtics still keeping at it. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. The first half, a letdown for Money. Right now, I'm not sure if he could hit water if he fell out of a cliche. He's shooting under 20%. That will be all for us. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Been a good night so far for Sullinger. 10 points, and when it comes to rebounding, he has...
There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Here's Money.
What's the roll?
Get the lead pass. Stolen. Fast break Toronto. Number 13, Vasquez.
Back door!
Dishes it to Hansbrough. Gets it to go. Hansbrough's got his third basket of the night right there.
I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
Here's Money. Shot clock at 6. Inside, number 38. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged. Hey, guys, you know, the Raptors were at the bottom of the Atlantic Division once again.
Austin with the ball. 8-point game. Here's Money while recovering. Rejected by Hansbrough. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And that one's good. DeRozan's got 12 points in just the second half. Well, the Raptors, the bottom of the Atlantic with the record of 5-11 against the rest of that division. They'll need to do better than that to climb out of the cellar this season.
Well, it's going to take a lot. Raptors won 34 games last year, but they still found themselves struggling to win games in the Atlantic. It is a good division, but they can make improvement. There's plenty of talent there, and I think that's going to be one of the keys this year, how well they play against teams in the Atlantic.
He feeds it to Lowry. Back to DeRozan. A shot. And Boston with the rebound.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question, and that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Swiped away. And the rejection by Fields. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Boston Celtics. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Toronto leading by 10. Lowry passes to Fields. Passes to DeRozan. Nails the baby hook. DeRozan's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Bradley against DeRozan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Green's got 9 points here in the second half. The Raptors have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Now here's DeRozan. The feed to Hansbrough from 12 feet out. Here's Lowry. Soft touch off the glass. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 assists. Money passes to Green. Outside Bradley. Blocked. And here's DeRozan. Puts the lead pass in front of him. That's good. That's 12 points for Kyle Lowry. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
And the Raptors making a change here. Johnson's checked in. They get it back. Pass to Money. To the paint, number 38. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. He kicks it to Fields. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Six on the shot clock. Bradley against DeRozan.
Boy, you take a look at DeMar DeRozan out of USC. Just signed a really big contract recently, and I love his size and athleticism at the two-guard position. And he came into the league as a guy who could finish inside. And despite the criticism he's received, I think he's really grown as a consistent perimeter shooter as well. This is a tough matchup for just about every other two-guard in the league.
Both free throws good from DeRozan.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Number 38. It's rebounded by Kyle Lowry. Lowry's got 7 rebounds in the game. And going into last season, DeMar DeRozan receiving a 4-year, $42 million contract extension.
Big money for a player who so far has shown himself to be a solid starter in the NBA, but obviously great potential, or the Raptors wouldn't have paid him. Still very young, can really run and jump. If he can improve that jump shot, he has a chance to be a star.
There's the screen. Money passes to Sellinger. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And finished off by DeRozan.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Here's Money. Lowry covering. Here's Washburn. The rebound by Fields.
Misfires again, and the ball just refuses to cooperate with it. It's a tough day so far.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. He passes to DeRozan. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pressey passes to Money. To end the run. Rebound by the Raptors. Here is Ross. Vasquez with it. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some days, Clark, everything goes right.
Basketball season has returned. It's been a long time.
With your first ever NBA game behind you, what does the future hold for you in this league?
What does my future hold? I'll give you a few possibilities. multiple MVPs, multiple All-Star games, multiple rings, and a whole bunch of all-time records when all is said and done. I expect to be in the Hall of Fame one day. In fact, I'm already thinking about what my election speech will sound like. One day, baby. You'll all see it. I got a long career ahead of me first, though, so just be patient.
Ladies and gentlemen, H.